Alright, the highly anticipated third issue of Batman Dark Age is here, so I hope you're excited for this review. We don't get an issue next month until July 24th, so that's when the next issue comes out. I'm sorry, nothing for June. I don't push back comics, I just read them. But anyways, let's roll into the intro and start this review.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Polar Bear.
So we start off this comic book in Gotham at the year 2050 at Wayne Manors. Bruce and his doctor are having a conversation of if the writing is helping him with his memories, and he says it helps, and she asks if he recognizes her, and he says, yes, you're Jim Gordon's girl, but he's like, no, he's my grandfather. And now we finally get some good shots of Batman. Yes, finally good stuff here. The suit looks good for Dark Age. For Batman, I think it works. The board members of Wayne Enterprises, though, are really mad, though, because Bruce is still alive and they had to give a bunch of money to Bruce, and also the shares to his company. So Bruce is still the head of Wayne Enterprises, technically, thank God. Pariah is then going off about how all this is meaningless and the board is just focused on small, stupid stuff as Batman enters Wayne Enterprises. Batman then starts making his way through security, and to get to the board members, we cut to Bruce and Alfred going through the files of Wayne Enterprises to figure out what kind of secret stuff they've been up to. Turns out Wayne Enterprises was selling prescription drugs to doctors, and the patients would get them addicted to the drugs so that way they would have to buy False Face Society drugs at 12 times the price, which is kind of messed up. Oh god, and look on top of that, look who they add to the board. Dr. Jonathan Crane. Now say it with me, the Scarecrow. What, you didn't say it with me. Whatever. He's added to the board and to head up pharmaceuticals. We finally, after 3 issues, see Space Age Superman and Batman meet up. To be fair, world building was the first 2 issues, but they finally meet up and Superman kind of just talks about Batman, how life is precious and that Batman shouldn't kill the False Face Society because people could change. But to be fair, he did say he hasn't killed anyone yet. Bruce starts to doubt that the war he is fighting on crime, if it's even worth continuing. But Jim Gordon then comes to Bruce and starts talking to him about his father and how that he should do something to help Gotham too, because Gotham needs help and everybody knows it. Bruce then takes him up on that, and he starts spending a lot of Wayne Enterprises money. Well, technically his father's money, but it's Wayne Enterprises money now. He builds new hospitals and rehab centers and just spends money. And he also builds the Great Hall of Justice. Superman invites a bunch of superheroes to come start making an alliance. This is just a small smidge of what is to become of the Justice League. I don't know if they're calling it the Justice League of this universe right now, but as of right now, it's just a bunch of superheroes. Maybe it's the Super Friends. I don't think it's the Super Friends, but you know, I'm hilarious. Let's put it that way. But the heroes do not help Batman in the way that he thought he would help him, because they're looking for bigger picture type of things, whereas Batman kind of just wants help for Gotham. He goes back to Gotham City, and he goes on the top of JCPD, and he calls for Gordon. And Gordon is just like, Bruce Wayne wanted you to see me? Why? And Batman brings out the bat signal, and now Batman and Gordon are going to fight back for their city. It was a really cool moment. To spoil the ending of this video, which is just going to be me telling you how I feel about this. I love this issue. This is by far my favorite issue in Batman Dark Age, and there's a lot of world building in here from moment to moment, but I think this is just a lot better of an issue. I think the world building is actually faster than any of the other Dark Age comics that we've had so far, and I just really like it. Also, there's a lot of action, and I am a sucker for action, you know? But anyways, Carmine Falcone then comes in to talk with Roman Sionis about how they need to take out the Batman because the drugs aren't making as much money anymore, even though Bruce made Wayne Enterprises more money in just, I think, a month than he did in the entire course of them doing, like, drugs. So, I mean, you know, helping people kind of is profitable, but whatever. So basically, Roman Sionis and Carmine are like, we need to do something to get Batman off the streets. And they're like, well, we don't know who Batman is, and Bruce Wayne doesn't know who Batman is. So who are we going to find that can lure Batman? And so they kidnap Gordon to get Batman's attention, which is hilarious, but whatever. Batman then goes to save Gordon and then is ambushed by more False Face Society than there even was during the initial rescue of Jim. And they even have military grade weaponry. Like, I I think it was a flamethrower, or maybe it was like a machine gun, but, you know, military-grade weaponry. But with all that smoke and confusion, Jim Gordon is able to pull out his backup gun that he has in his in his shoe, and then he shoots one of the False Face Society. And then Green Arrow shows up for some reason and is there for backup for Batman. And, well, he says that Superman was like, you're probably going to need some help, Batman, right? And then so Oliver Queen and Batman reunite. Ever since, if you remember in the last issue, Oliver Queen was one of the members who worked with him with Ra's al Ghul. The group then talks about the boy who was shot by Jim Gordon, and Batman takes him and he says he's taking him home. And then the issue ends with us back in 2050, and Bruce is trying to remember the name of his ward, the dead one, and that was Dick Grayson. And the issue ends there. Again, this is probably my favorite issue of this series so far. There are at least 2 more issues that I know of that are coming out. And it has a lot of action, a bunch of heroes make appearances. Wonder Woman says, "Call me Wonder" for some reason, and I found that extremely weird, but that's neither here nor there. But this issue was a lot more for me than it was in the past 2 issues. The world building in this is just so better. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but Bruce is spending all of this money, and it's literally world building. He's making buildings. He's buying the Bat Signal. He bought the Hall of Justice. He bought and made the Hall of Justice, which Alfred did make a pretty funny joke saying that the sewer is in front of it, but whatever. I give this issue 8 out of 10 Lego Bats because this seriously was. I'm not gonna lie, since I have been saying it's been kind of slow, it has been kind of a drag to read. I'm not gonna lie, but this issue pleasantly surprised me. I am very happy with this issue, and I'm very excited to see where the next couple issues come, especially since we know, well, looking based off the other covers, we kind of can understand, and at the end of this book, we kind of know who the boy is that got shot. I mean, if you don't, then I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I really do like this one, and Michael Allred's art is just, it really comes out. It looks great. The Batsuit looks great. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this issue. And but with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. And if you like me or Batman, oh, I said it backwards. Oh, we're changing it up today. But if you like Batman or me, please hit that red subscribe button and turn it gray. And until next time, don't forget to keep collecting the comics that you like.